Dynamic CRM user accounts. Let's start with the basics. CRM user records are core to all CRM access and security. They're used to link the user to Active Directory accounts to identify users and support a single sign-on. It's also used to assign a CRM license to the user. It links the user to a business unit to identify where in the business model a user should have access. And it is also used to link a user to security roles that allow us to grant access to the CRM application and grant specific permissions, such as entity permissions and which individual records are included, and non-entity related permissions to specific tasks in CRM. Security implications. A user must be granted at least one role to even have access to CRM. But you can assign multiple security roles for a particular user. The access that the user is granted is the sum of all the permissions in all the assigned roles for that user. Be aware when moving users from one business unit to another causes a drop of all the roles. This is because roles are specific to a business unit, so CRM doesn't really know what to assign once the user gets to the new business unit. Users often can't sign on after moving to a new business unit because it's easy for the administrator to forget to assign the new roles. In a user account, the user's manager must be in the same business unit as the user's assigned business unit, or in a business unit that directly or indirectly parents the user's assigned business unit. And therefore, you cannot reassign a user or a manager to a new business unit if it will break the above rule. Creating user accounts in the on-premise version of CRM. Users can be created individually or in groups as required, but the following information is needed to create a user account. The user must have an Active Directory account. This is on on-premise deployments. You have to have a first and last name, the business unit that you want the user to be assigned to, the security roles that need to be assigned to this user or group of users, and the CRM license type to assign. Additional information can include contact information such as title, address, phone, and email, the username of the manager, a territory if assigned, and how CRM needs to process emails for that user. When creating a new user account in on-premise, you're presented with this screen. You fill in the user name, which should be the same as the user account in Active Directory. Then you can put in the name, the title, and so on. You can also select multiple users to create multiple users at the same time, and it will start by prompting you with which business unit the user should be created in. If you're creating user accounts in CRM Online, it works differently. The user accounts are originally created in the Microsoft Office 365 admin portal, and the following is needed to recreate the user, and the following is required to create a user. The Office 365 username, which is usually the email address, the display name, the administrative role, an alternate email address, and a CRM online license to assign. You must assign the CRM roles to the user before the user can sign in, just like in on-premise. In creating a new user account in CRM Online, first it will ask you to add and license users. So you can go and select the users that you want to license, or you can create a new account. If you want to create multiple user accounts at the same time, you can do so by clicking this icon here. That will allow you to bulk add users using a CSV file, and you will be prompted for uploading the file. Once your users have been created, whether it's in on-prem or CRM Online, the users must have a security role assigned before they can access CRM. Remember, you can assign multiple roles to aggregate different privileges, and those roles must be in the same business unit as the user. Again, moving a user from one business unit to another will drop all their roles, so new roles must be assigned or the user will not be able to access CRM. So I can go and click to manage roles, and I will be presented with a list of roles in that business unit, and I can check them off. This allows me to assign a lot of roles at once by going click, click, click.